Howdy folks, it's a Wednesday morning and today I'm going to be using the soap from Wet the Face. This one here is no longer available, so if you're looking for a scent like this one here, it is on a buy sell trade probably type thing, and the scent is patterned after this one here, the one. Now I have information down below as it goes for where you can try to find this and or the scent profile. Uh, the scent is considered to be a masculine scent. It's tobacco, cedarwood, amber, if I remember right. It's masculine. It probably won't fit everybody's nose just right. It does mine. This one here, this aftershave, I got for Christmas, and this aftershave is not inexpensive by any means. It's upwards of $60, $70, uh, about 3.3 ounces. It's quite expensive, but the scent on this, it is really nice. As it goes for longevity, just depends on your nose how long somebody might smell it. I know for my wife, down towards the end of the day, she can still smell this. Just to give you some sort of idea, there's EDT also available for it. There's, in other words, you know how the I guess you might say the marketing goes for a number of different products that you can buy for the one. Uh, this one here I really do like. It's it is just awesome. Like I said, but this is not inexpensive. I got it for Christmas. I don't know. I really like this scent. I know I considered buying this several times. I still think about the EDT from time to time, but this scent for me it is just really nice. And the shave, as goes for the razor of the day. Um, Real quick, here's the blade. It comes double wrapped, by the way, and it'd be the second use on this one here. The twist is very similar to the razor I used before in another video called Knack. You can see this is Knack, here's Twist. This one here states, this one here is made in England. And you can kind of see the difference in the bottom. There are some subtle differences, but to a degree, as it goes for how they shave, they'll be very close to being the same. And not that anybody probably can be able to see anything in the way of the camera, what the bottom looks like, but they are very, very similar, but ever so slightly different. And as it goes for this handle here, they look very close to being the same. They're slightly different, but they are very close to being the same. This one here is a three-piece. It is a Gillette that I picked up quite some time ago. This one here, I don't know if it was made in Singapore, if it was shipped from Singapore. I don't remember. I've got this a few years back, and I think I paid like a couple of bucks for it. It was inexpensive. Uh, but as it goes for the handle, looks very much like the twist. It's just something I thought I would bring out, that if this handle looks familiar because you may have seen it on this particular razor. I think this thing, I can't remember if it's like a G2000 or if it's just a 2000. I don't remember the proper name for it. It's been a good long moment ago when I picked it up. I've got the lather whipped up here in a fine lathering bowl with a brush that was specially made for a Facebook group called the Red Dirt Shaving Society. And it's got a tuxedo knot in it, and the color in this that Leo worked up, it's just really nice. Just fantastic looking handle. Uh, and of course, yeah, the scent, it works well for my nose. I can understand maybe for some folks, maybe it won't, but it is a masculine scent. It's kind of got a deep, rich scent to it, if that helps any at all. Or put a hot towel to the face this morning, and I've already used up all the Presso pre-shave in the one jar that I was using, and so this morning I'm going to be using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Ice Cube. In other words, this one here is mentholated. If you haven't used a pre-shave soap quite like this one here, try to remember, I can't remember off the top of my head how many ounces the cube starts out with, but it's a pretty good size cube. I've used that one there, in other words, a few times. and it'll last you quite a while. And it doesn't take much to work it into the beard and to your skin, and you get a wee bit of a lather, and the more you work it, the more it'll lather up for you. So it'll be up to you to decide on where you want to stop on lathering it up, but you can kind of see it works up pretty easy. And I just work it in with my hand, and I just leave it like that. Don't rinse it off or anything of the sort. It's just all right there. If you go to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements website, it mentions about one of the things that you might see is about this pre-shave is a lather booster, and in my opinion, it does do that. It does help with the lather, especially for somebody that's starting out, that's still trying to learn. It'll make a world of difference, I think, in your shave until you get things, I guess you might say, better in control. It's learning how to lather sometimes can be quite a challenge for some folks, which I can understand. It's whether you're lathering in a bowl, face lathering, loading straight from the container. I typically don't load from the container. I'll scoop it out, put it in a bowl. For me, bowl lathering was so much easier than face lathering. I really didn't like loading the brush in the container and then go to a bowl and work up the lather. I prefer the not having all the moisture in the bowl. I mean, in the container. Having it in the bowl that works just, in my mind, it works better. What I've been using though this past week, off camera, and I know I probably need to do another video here pretty soon using Williams mug soap. It's just one of those things I enjoy using. Williams, that's how I learned how to lather, is off of Williams mug soap. I know a lot of people don't particularly care for it. It took me a moment to learn how to lather Williams mug soap. Not everybody appreciates the scent. The scent works okay for my nose, especially since it sits in a mug, and over time the scent does calm down just a bit. But it doesn't bother my nose like it does other folks. And I learned how to lather with it, and it's inexpensive, easy to find around here where I'm at. Just lathering in a small bowl, it's just quick and easy for me now. But I know when I first started trying to learn how to lather Williams mug soap, it was quite a challenge, because I was still trying to learn how to lather, period, as far as that goes. And eventually I finally, everything just kind of clicked one day. And for some folks, I'd have to say probably the best thing for you, if you're wanting to learn how to lather Williams mug soap, is don't spare the hot water. I put just a little bit of warm water right on top of the puck. Not a whole lot, just enough to cover the top. Let it set for a moment. And then I start working up my lather. And I've learned how to lather with a boar brush. That's how I started. And then now I can lather it with a synthetic knot brush really easy, not a problem. And it's, for me, it for the price range around here, in other words, you can get a puck for under $2 in a store. Now I know if you order online, the price is going to be somewhat different, but $2 for the soap, less than $2 actually, for the soap, inexpensive. For me, getting used to it, lathering it was the more difficult part. After that, it's all downhill. Lathers up nice. I can get a nice lather out of it, but I've also been working with it over a period of time, so guess you might say over time I've learned to dial it right on in to being just perfect. Oh, and also I was using the pre-shave cube also, I should say. I enjoy the menthol. It does have a nice cooling effect in the mornings. And yesterday, our temperature here got near his 70s. It got pretty warm considering what time of the year we're in. So something a little nice and cooling on the face, I appreciate even more so in the warmer months. I enjoy it year round, but such a smooth shave. I would compare the shave very close to a super speed, uh, just a longer handle for those that like a longer handle, desire something like that. I don't even think today I'll have much of a way of stinging from the alum block. It seemed to be a pretty smooth shave. Alum block complete with rubber band this morning from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This one here is an old label, Crown King. I've had this one for a moment. You can kind of tell the alum block does last a while. I think back when I picked this one up, it's like $4.50, $4.50. Pretty inexpensive. Like I say, it does last a good long while. And I do use the combination in between the alum block as well as for me it's a Humphreys witch hazel. I've tried some other witch hazels, especially when it comes to scents. This one here is unscented, but it does have a naturally occurring scent. My wife doesn't like it. She says it has a bad smell to it. Even though there's not one added, she doesn't like it at all. She likes the ones that have a scent to it. And she prefers, like lilac or lavender or something like that. Rose is another one that she likes. Nice shave this morning. Very smooth. And of course, to top it off, this container, I probably should go ahead and do my normal routine. This is a very heavy glass container. It does weigh quite a bit, so you want your hands to be somewhat dry when you start with this. Now, as it goes for the cap and lid, it just pulls straight off. There's no twisting motion or anything like that. It does have a post that goes down into the restrictor. Put this off to the side here. And that's what the restrictor looks like. So there's not like a screw top lid or anything quite like that, but this little rubber piece here does do a good job of gripping that post. It stays in place. I don't know that I would take this on a travel because that glass is pretty heavy. But man, the scent, it is fantastic. Like I say, I've got the information down below. Take a moment to read it if you're interested in this kind of scent, but it is fantastic. It smells great. Oh, and by the way, this lid, it has a little bit of weight behind it also. The whole thing is well made. Guess you might say classy, but around the, $67, $70, whatever the case might be. Kind of expect that sort of thing at that price range, but yeah, nice and just fantastic shave this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.